girlfriends, and welcome back to another episode of Be Assessed, Look for Less. Fall is quickly approaching and it's time to transition our hair from the bright summer colors into some nice warmer tones for the upcoming fall season. Today we're taking some human/virgin hair and coloring it using some box dye straight from the beauty supply store, and we're going to do this at home by ourselves. So this is super beginner friendly. If you have no prior knowledge of hair color, this tutorial is just for you. Now you can find box dye at pretty much any drugstore or beauty supply store, anywhere from $5 to $10 depending on the brand that you go with. Today I'm going with the permanent hair dye from Dark and Lovely. I got a color number 74 Radiant Copper, and this is from their Go Intense line. All of the colors in this line are very vibrant and highly reflective. So if you go in the sun, they reflect a lot of the color. So you'll have more like of a darker tone in natural or room lighting. As soon as you go outdoors and the sun hits your hair, you'll be able to see the color very beautifully. So this box dye costs about $5 to $6, and I got it courtesy of the Family Dollar event that I attended last year. Box dye is nothing like professional hair color, so it is very damaging to our natural hair. So this is why we're going to use this color on our extensions to avoid any kind of damage to our own natural hair. So grab your hair extensions in the box dye color of your choice and let's get started. So this is the same exact hair that I used for my blunt cut bob. This is the Beauty Forever Brazilian Body Wave, and I sewed it on a wig cap. One of the cool things of working with an at-home box dye is that it gives you an idea of what the color will look like on your hair. Keep in mind that the picture on the box is not how your hair is going to turn out unless you end up doing some pre-lifting before you apply the color. The back of the box gives a great reference as to what skin tones work well with the color of your choice, as well as what your hair color may turn out looking like based on the initial color that you're starting with. Each product that's included in the box will be numbered. This is going to help you with the application process. Each box dye, no matter what brand you go with, is going to follow a 3-step formula most likely. You'll have the first step will be your hair color, the cream developer is number 2, and some form of conditioner will be number 3. Everything can be found in the box, including instructions as well as gloves, but I highly recommend grabbing a mixing bowl and brush to help the application process go on much more smooth. So I'm starting off with step number 1, which is the cream gel color. This is your actual color that you chose for your box dye. The color is super easy to squeeze out. You can scroll it down just like you do toothpaste and add in your step number 2, which is the cream developer at the top. This is going to be of more of a liquid or a creamy consistency. The cream developer is what's going to lift your hair to allow the color to stick to your hair. And now we can begin mixing. Hopefully you're doing this on a wig like I am, but I went ahead and propped my wig onto a mannequin head. That way I can apply this so much more easier and I'll be able to see my sections much more thoroughly. I like to start from the bottom half of the section and begin applying the color and move my way up. Using my dye brush, I'm applying the color to the ends first and working my way upwards. And you can also use a comb or your fingers to help to distribute this color. You want to make sure that every strand is covered. To start off, I'm applying the color horizontally at first, and then I transfer onto vertically holding the brush up and down and painting the color on. This is going to help to get rid of any kinds of demarcation or lines in the hair where you can see the previous color against the newly lifted color. I'm going for more of a dark root, so I'm not really focused too much on the roots of the hair, or at least the wefted areas of the hair. I just wanted a dark root with some lighter toned ends. My desired color is not super bright, so me not pre-lifting the hair or bleaching the hair prior to adding the color into the hair is going to allow it to have a subtle difference in the color. If you would like more of a dramatic or bright color similar to the one that's featured on your box, you want to pre-lighten your hair first before you add the box dye. Now I'm just going to go ahead and rinse it after I let it sit for the allotted time and condition it using the Go Intense step number 3 conditioner. And here is the hair straight out of the water. It is nice and fresh and clean. I let it rinse out until all the color was rinsed out, and now I'm just going to go ahead and prep for styling. I did let it air dry overnight so that I can keep the color in it and not damage the hair too much. We just did a process on the hair, so I wanted it to air dry before I began styling. And I just went in with my flat iron on about 360, maybe even 70 degrees, and just flat ironed the hair into place. You can already see the subtle highlights in the hair. It's more of a brown copperish kind of tone, not super bright, but a good enough change to where it looks like a total different style of hair. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Be sure to check out the previous episodes for more looks for less. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.